Okay, I'm live here. There's no one actually watching yet, but we are live. So let me go ahead and do one or two things here quick. Do 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 do. Da-dum dump. Okay, we're live. No one's yet watching. We'll see if anyone actually does. But before we start, I wanted to go over. They dropped a new update to the beta, and they also dropped some more information. So I'm going to go over that real quick. Respecs in the game. You have to enable it. And the way you enable it is, depending on the game difficulty you have, there's an option which may or may not be on by default that lets you enable character retrain. Now this will let you retrain your henchmen that the game provides, but you will not be able to retrain them to change their stats and that. You'll basically get them as you got them originally. So like Octavia, she would already be one level of thief and one level of wizard. So you can't take Valerie and change her into, her stats around and change her into a different type of fighter or something like that. So however, your own character, you can go back and change however you want. We already knew they were adding more random encounters. We've seen that to a limited extent. We saw the Bogarts, which are the new creature. There's at least 2 or 3 new areas with them, which we've seen one. If you kill someone with energy with spell that's not a critical hit, and there's new special effects. They made some changes to the beginning, some of which we already noticed. The spider swarms, they basically moved the berries away from the swarms, and basically redid that cave. They moved some locations around on the global map to make the difficulty curve more smooth and better balanced. They added 3 completely new layers in the beginning, 2 for Bogarts. We found one of those, and 1 for Manticoras. They basically took blindness away from the Technic League, which I'm actually particularly fond of. It makes that encounter much, much easier. They added new packs of ordinary wolves in the old Sycamore area. And they made the sleeping bandits a little weaker. I thought they went down easier than they used to. And they adjusted some enemies. That if you watch the previous streams, that unnamed ability that we had is I think it's pronounced coup de grace, but it may be coup de grace. No, I'm pretty sure it's coup de grace. Basically, if a character or a bad guy is sleeping or held, you can basically take a full round action to try to take them out entirely. It's not you automatically hit. You automatically crit. If the damage doesn't kill them, then they have to make, I believe it's a fortitude save, or they die. Unfortunately, that probably means that evil clerics will hold you, and that if the AI can understand it, they'll be coup de grace your character. So it's got good and bad, but it makes hold person and sleep much more valuable spells. They also, as we've already seen in 1 or 2 cases, added a lot more of the obscure weapons in, like we saw the nunchas and stuff like that. So there's a lot more weapons in there. They added some new types of weapons, including battle axe, earthbreakers, gnome hooked hammers, great clubs, heavy flails, light hammers, light maces. I think we already had those. Long spears, star knives, and others. And there are like 80 new weapons scattered through the entire adventure. So that all sounds good. So let me switch some stuff back here and let's actually get playing. Last time we made it to the Stag Lords, and then we hit the bug. So we're going to go ahead here and go back in and see if we can get the Stag Lord taken care of. Okay. Let's go right there. I think we can get there without starting the fight. The only ally I think we have joining us is the owlbear. So let's go ahead and do some buffing here. Let's put it in the pause mode.
Share your troubles.
We will have him start throwing his protection spells. Actually, we should probably have switched those to hold person. Oh well. If we fail, we'll go ahead and rechange that to hold person.
You can count on me.
Oh, let's have you go ahead and throw your armor on yourself.
I yearn for entertainment.
And let's have you go ahead and throw an armor on that one. Okay.
Confide in me.
You go ahead and you go ahead and throw that one on that person.
Ready
You go ahead and throw that spell on this person. Okay. And
Any fun to be
you.
had?
So that lasts 1 minute per level. So we do want to put that on you. That lasts 1 round, so that's not really worthwhile. Okay, I think we're okay there. So let's throw the next round of spells. Okay, so we're going to have you go ahead and throw that on her. I'm going to have you go ahead and throw that on her. And we'll have you wait another round. Oop. Okay. So we will have you go ahead and throw that on him. We will have him go ahead and throw the shield spell on himself. Okay. So let's select everyone. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to have Amiri go ahead and run up here to take care of the cleric. We're going to have you go ahead and throw that at the cleric. I'm going to have you go ahead and just shoot at her.
Repent!
Okay, the rest of you need to go here,
I'll go ahead.
Give the order.
here,
Where to
and
now?
here.
Enemy near.
Okay, pause. I actually intended you to go up there to do it, but apparently that's not the case, and you are way too close to that battle. Okay.
I die free.
That went really, really poorly. However, okay, the cleric's dead. So you kill that one. You move up to here. And there's our friend the owlbear. And let's have you start popping these off.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Avenge me.
And we've had 2 people actually die. This went really, really poorly. That was not at all what I intended. Yeah. We're basically going to all die here.
Learn from my mistake. I die free.
Yep, we're all dead. Well, that was a really, really bad start, wasn't it? I'd never had it go quite that bad before. So let's go ahead and load our last save back here. Nope. Let's go ahead and load that one. So we're going to change out some spells here and see if we can do a little bit better than that. Okay. Spells. So currently you have magic missiles. So let's have you switch out your magic missiles for snowballs. Actually, let's switch one of those out for the hurricane bow. Okay, your second level spells. Let's switch out the scorching rays for the burning arcs. Okay, you. First level spells, we got everything we want. Second level spells. We don't need these. So we're going to switch those out for an offensive spell. Or we could do more. We could do summon monsters. Or hold person. Hold person. Let's go ahead and try hold person. I think that can make a huge difference. Assuming they fail their saves. Okay. And let's rest again. We still should be set. Hopefully we get our seasoned wings and thighs bonus
The stolen
again.
lands are a very strange place. There is so much injustice and pain here. But then there is honor, pride, valor, forgiveness, and atonement. Everything twisted up in a tight ball.
Oh, we didn't get our spoiled wings. I don't think it's worth resting again, so we will continue. Okay, let's try this one more time. Now, the first thing I have to do is make sure Octavia doesn't actually run up into combat. Oh, and this time it's raining. What fun. Apparently Tristan really doesn't like rain because he's like way behind everyone else. Okay, and we have to wait for Tristan to show up. Wherever he is. There he is. Slowly but surely. Okay. So let's go ahead and buff again. And let's remember to save right after we buff. So you
Right
guys
here,
don't
my
see me
friend.
buffing all the time. Buff.
Ready and willing.
Where to now?
Buff. Okay.
Confide in me.
Buff.
Here!
Buff.
Together we are unstoppable.
Okay.
Something bothering you?
Buff. Buff.
Share your
Okay.
troubles.
Buff.
I'm
And-
restless.
You throw your shield.
How may I help?
And you throw your bless. Okay, let's get everyone together and move them up to here. Let's try doing this a little bit more
path is
intelligently this time. Okay.
I'm listening.
We'll have you run there.
Our duty calls.
Have you charge that
The
one.
spell eludes me.
Oh, you're too far away. Okay, we'll have you attack that one.
A solid plan.
And
I
we
am
will
yours
have
to
you
command.
attack that one.
strike is one.
And we'll have
A
you
reckoning is at
attack
hand.
that one. And we will have
I'm
you
listening.
try to hold person. Hold person. Where's your hold person spells? We should have some. I memorized them. There they are.
I won't let you down.
No, we don't want that right away. We want the front to get more stagnant before. So we'll just have her shoot at that.
Considerably provoked.
Stop. Okay. You really need to go up here. Really.
What's that?
Okay. Now that we have that, you need to go ahead and throw that on these guys. And are you still working on your hold person spell? No. Apparently that did not work. So we'll have you throw it on that one. We will have you go ahead and do your shocking grasp on that one. And now we will have you attack this one. Okay, so the cleric's down. That's what we really want. Now you go down here and help on this person. You try your last hold person on this person. And you throw your last fire thing on that person. You did not throw your fire spell. And then you need to move up to here.
The weak suffer. I endure. I I die free.
And you need to move over and challenge that guy. And you need to pop this off. Okay. That is, oops, much better. So everyone, for the moment, concentrate on that one. Okay. Now everyone, concentrate on this guy.
Words.
Okay. So you have magic missiles left, right? Yep. From your ring. You go ahead and magic missile. You get closer to here. I hate getting that close, but... And you go ahead and throw more magic missiles. And you go ahead and pop off a cure.
I can't.
That went much, much better.
For so long, I learned to stand.
Your crimes cannot be forgiven.
What do you know about crimes? I couldn't tolerate. I did everything she...
That is how you're supposed to do the fight. Not whatever I did before. Well, we should just go and do that. Collect all. Skin. Collect all. I think that is everybody. Oh, no, we have the cleric up here. Who's carrying an onion. I don't know why she was carrying an onion. Maybe she was the cook. Okay. So let's get everyone together and do some healing. Not that we have a lot of healing left, but we have some. Okay, so first of all, what do you have left for spells? Okay, we actually have a fair amount of healing left. We did not get hit as hard as I thought we were going, as we did previously. That should be sufficient. Okay, now let's look through our loot here. Because I know we got some stuff we want for some people. So we have a +1 bastard sword. So apparently the only obvious person for that to go to is them. Aha! They now have a magic sword. We have a rapier. We don't need anyone who needs a rapier. We have the giant club. I should have had her switch to the glade because she hit better. Oh, because I enlarged her, she didn't hit better. Oh, she still hit better. We're going to go ahead and give her the club because I think it's a little bit better than the glaive. Heavy pickaxe, no one needs that. No one needs a Kakari. Ooh, bow. You need a magic bow. You can't use a magic bow. That's weird. I could have sworn she could use this bow previously, but apparently she can't. Oh, it's a composite longbow. Nope, she can't use it. Well, that's depressing. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have +1 breastplate. So you just have a normal breastplate, so let's go ahead and give you the +1 breastplate. Wherever it is, there it is. And let's replace, this is armor class 5, but lets you use more dex, so we'll go ahead and replace that. And then we'll go ahead and give you the dex belt. To our main here. Which gives us a con belt. You have a strength belt, which we want you to keep. You have a dexterity belt. Actually, maybe we should actually switch you to the con belt and go ahead and give you back a dexterity belt. And I don't think either of you guys have belts. Nope. Okay, so who else needs a ring? You need a ring. We got you up to a 20 armor class. That's not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. We got the Stag Lord's Broken Charm, which I think is important later. I don't actually know. Cloak of Winter Veil and Lesser Bracers of Archery. We're going to drop your armor class 1 so that you can get the +1 attack with your bow. Not that you use your bow that much, but I think it's worthwhile. So who doesn't? This cloak is +1 with 10 bonus to cold. Who doesn't have a cloak? You have one. You have one. You have one. You don't have one. You don't have one. And you have one. So let's go ahead and give her the cloak. Get her saves up a little bit. We have another set of bracers 1 we don't care about. Oh, we have another belt of Constitution. Let's go ahead and give that to you. Give you a few more hit points there. And then we got the helm, the stag helm, which she may not be the best to have it, but it looks so cool on her. Okay, so we have that, and then we have Boots of Elven Kind. Obviously goes to our sneaky person. And other than that, we got a Wand of Vanish. We already had the True Strike, I think. I think that's it for great equipment we got. Oh, we got armor. You already have +1. Yep, you've already got that. So we got an armor class 23, an armor class of 15, armor class of 20, armor class of 20, armor class of 27, and an armor class of 25. So I think we are doing okay there. So let's continue on. There's some guys over here we never took care of. So let's head over here. Our poor owlbear.
Enemy near. Bring it!
Get the cleric, get the cleric. Everyone on the cleric. Always kill clerics and casters first. Especially with hold person. I haven't ever noticed that before. That arrow actually bounced off them. Why is she... Oh, I never had her go berserk. Oh well. We're probably going to hit our max carrying capacity real soon. Okay.
You see that?
Yes, I see that. It's a trap that I'm not sure why it's there.
I did as you asked.
But we'll remove it. It's protecting their trout. They really care about their trout. Is there anything else over here we're missing?
What's that?
Oh, yep, something here. Okay, yep, we're definitely hitting our carrying capacity here. Or over it. We'll just drop armor. Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick save, just in case. I don't want you guys to have to watch me go through that fight yet again if something horrible happens. Okay, in we go. So let's head over here first. Loot the bookcase. Loot the eggs.
I see something.
Disarm the trap.
Done and done.
Whoops. That is not what I meant to do. Okay, so we need to open the door
Victory!
and then have everybody attack that guy as fast as possible. Before he gets off his call lightnings. Oh. Okay, so he got off one of his fire spells, which hurt quite a bit. But we knew he was going to be dangerous. And we get the empty treasure chest. I'm sure he has something on him. Hide armor. Huh, I never noticed this note before. Tells you more about, I think he was being manipulated by the Dryad or whatever she is too. Okay. So let's go out here. See what we have left for.
Once a girl told me my eyes light up her world. I said that the blessing of Sarenrae will light up her soul. She seemed disappointed.
Okay. So that gets us most of the way up. And again, I hit the wrong key. I don't know why I'm suddenly doing that. Okay. And I do try to check the chat in case you guys say anything, but I'm very bad at getting distracted and not checking the chat. So hopefully I don't miss any of your comments. So far it looks like I haven't. Okay, loot, loot, loot. Gotta loot everything.
Something here. You see that?
Okay, let's disarm the trap.
Done and done.
And let's disarm this trap.
I did as you asked.
They need to change their message. It's a minor bug, but it should say can't disarm trap. Shouldn't say can't pick locks. Do. Empty wine bottles cover the floor. The ones from Thorn River Bandit Camp among them. Those who remember, we poisoned that wine.
I did as you asked.
Ooh, +1 padded armor. That seems completely pointless, but who knows? Punching dagger. Now, I guess it wouldn't be pointless because it's one of the few armors you can wear and still keep 8 dexterity, which I think Knock Knock you can get up to +8 on his dexterity bonus. Okay, anything else? Oh, there's a light hammer. So this is one of the new weapons they had in, a light hammer. I think that's new at least. Collect all. So I think that is everything here. Because if we don't get it here... Actually, let's go back in and do a map just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, didn't miss anything there. Let's go out here, map. Looks like I didn't miss anything. So let's go ahead and head to the exit. How are we doing on time? We have 36 days. We have plenty of time. We may hit a couple layers on the way back. Excuse me there. Still fighting a cold sometimes.
The path is clear.
Okay, we need to drop stuff, which I knew was the case. So we need to drop about 300 pounds. A little over 300 pounds. So the studded leather goes first. And then we have scale mail. Leather armor goes next. It should have gone first. Okay. Oh, we still have lots of weight here. What are the shields worth? They're worth 5. And weigh 15. This is worth 3. We'll drop the hide armor. Breastplate is worth 50. That's worth 25. That's worth 12. Our shields are worth 5. There we are. We're under. We can now leave the map. Let's go ahead and explore up this way as we head back. Oop, random encounter.
We will prevail.
Oh, we get the centipedes earlier than... Well, they had to have more monsters, so they had to use the stuff they had. These are spitters. Sneak attack. Ha ha ha. Don't try to spit at me. Okay. And I don't think they have any treasure, so we can just leave. And that was our 11th encounter for those that were actually counting. Which no one actually was.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Okay, so we need to go manage here. Switch back to the hearty meal. And let's move you back to watch. Not that you're any good at it, but I like the fact that the future Baroness herself is the cook. Okay, now we can rest.
I don't get you. You're not a coward in battle. You don't flee from our enemies. So why you always keep sighing and whining like a pup?
Courage is the hardened end of compassion, Amiri. When I'm heartened, you do not take me for a coward.
And on we go.
I feel tired.
You did the right thing telling those goody-goodies to get lost. But are you really liberated? Look at you. You don't pray to anyone. but you toe the line like a soldier on the training grounds.
It's called discipline and dignity. They are precisely what liberates me. I'm afraid you wouldn't understand.
I wonder if we get experience for making those skill rolls. Oh, there we found something else we can explore after we get back to town and sell stuff.
You're such a prude, but I know deep down you're dreaming of spending a night with me.
I'd be happy to spend a night alone with you, burying your corpse somewhere deep in the woods.
I'm really beginning to enjoy these conversations. I'm glad they added that you get to hear more of them. Sorry for the occasional cough. I got some tickle in my throat I can't get rid of. Okay, so let's run up here. And sell all the stuff we're carrying. The over 1,000 pounds of stuff. Now let's go ahead and change it so we're selling the masterwork stuff too now. Yep, 825.35 pounds of stuff. Okay. Now let's go ahead and redo stuff. Rapier will keep. Glaive will sell. Heavy pick will sell. We'll keep that. It's a finesse weapon. But we have the rapier, which does 1d6 plus 1. And this is 1d4. Let's sell that. The punching dagger. I'm going to sell that. We'll keep the bow. We'll sell the one set of the chainmail. We will sell the padded armor. The +1. Let's sell the Wand of Bane. We're never going to use that. Ear-piercing scream. We'll keep that. Magic missile we'll keep. True strike. Yeah, we'll keep it. And the Wand of Vanish. Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll sell our various books. That we don't want to sell. What's this? Well, that's the Bertha pendant. I was told that that doesn't do anything, but I still want to hang on to it. Then we got the toy dragon and the toy knight. Let's go ahead and sell those. Okay, that gives us 7,000. I don't think that's enough for what we need money for. But let's go see.
Let's head out.
Let's go talk to Ariel. Hey, it's you again. What can I do for you? What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but Absalon, I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. A little gold would be welcome change for them. I can send them a message, and they will come from Absalon through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign, and we'll arrange everything right away. Also, I can summon the tutors from the Pathfinder Society who can retrain you and your companions. They're quite willing to do this for free the first 3 times you request their service. After that, the price for retraining will gradually increase. Such is their way of doing business with all new clients. Okay, so this is how you do a respect. So, yep, I was right. I need 8,000 gold. I don't have 8,000 gold. And if I go up a level, I'll need even more. So, but that's how you do a respect. I don't feel a need to do one currently, but I thought people would know how they can do it. We'll have to find... I don't think I've ever found that person in the capital. Okay, let's run over here to our chest. We need to put you away. And we'll throw you in there. We'll keep the crumpled note. You go in there. You go in there. You go in there. And do. Okay, let's check through the additional characters. So that's armor class 7. This is armor class 6. So there's no reason for you to have that. So let's go down here to our other people. So you are wearing chainmail. So we really don't have anything better for you at the moment. You are wearing +1 studded leather. So we could give you a +1 chain shirt, which would make your armor class 1 better. Oop. And we can give you replace this masterwork light mace with the rapier. I don't think we have anyone that actually needs the +2 hide armor. Some point we need to get you full plate so you can get that extra point of dexterity. So I guess instead of an NPC we could see if we can get you full plate. Anyway, we need to go back here because I need this. We're gonna save this and this. We'll sell the studded, and we might as well sell the hide. Okay. We slept for 13 hours for some reason. Okay. So if we sell this, this, and this, we have enough to hire someone. I basically want to hire someone. I don't necessarily want them in the party right now, but I wanted to hire somebody for a couple reasons. So let's go ahead, and I agree. That's a monk. Let's go to the custom photos. To see if that's working properly. It was earlier, though it seems to take forever to open. Yeah, there we are. That's our current character. I think we will use that picture. Ooh, we could make them Yeah. Yeah, we'll make it a Siri. So let's change the skin tone a little. The hair is actually about the right color. Probably the best style we're going to have that matches. Yeah. And we'll leave the body type the same. Okay, next. Let's change our colors here to gold and green. Now let's go with a standard cleric. Strength and charisma. Wisdom and charisma. And there's certain, do they list here what realms they can get? Healing, knowledge. I want somebody, ideally I want someone with community and animals, which Estrel has. Okay, we want to do channel positive, and we want the animal domain and the community domain. And next. Okay. So we want an 18 wisdom. And we want them to actually be able to fight a little. So let's give them a 14 con and a 14 strength. 12 charisma. Of course, if we gave them more charisma, they'd get more healing. Nah, we'll do with that. They get 2 skill points. Well, we got to put one in religion, obviously. And I think we'll put the other one into perception, at least for their first level. Next. Because I think we want spell focus. No, we don't. Not for this one. Let's give her armor proficiency heavy, so she can wear heavy armor. We want a cleric that can fight and heal. Oh, we needed more charisma. We need to go back. Okay. We needed at least the 13 charisma. I completely forgot about that. So. Oh, she has one more point. Okay. We will put it into... It really doesn't matter what we put it into? Really? Because we're probably never going to buff it. We'll give her dexterity. Well, that's interesting. It seemed to have skipped. Okay, I guess because I'd already chose stuff, it went to here. Oh, so we shall call her Claire, the cleric. And we will make her
see this through.
a pious. And we'll make her neutral good.
Our path leads on.
Okay, and complete. Okay, another level, a cleric. Next. And I think she gets bow weapon from her goddess. We can give her nature lore. Now we have 2 people with a lot of nature lore. Perception, Doesn't hurt for her to have more perception. Persuasion. Really, the main character should do the persuading. No reason for that. No reason for Arcana. World knowledge. Let's go ahead and give her a level in world knowledge. Okay. Complete. Another level here. And next. This and perception. We give her selective channel, which is why we had to add the 13 charisma. Next. Okay, and complete. Next level, she gets her animal companion. Next. Next. And what do we want her to have for an animal companion? Most people do. So the wolf has natural armor class, bite and trip. Smeldodon has lots of attacks. The monitor lizard, mastodon, but carrying capacity makes a difference under strength. Leopard has a 12. Giant centipede, no strength to speak of. I don't really a fan of the elk. Wow, the dog's stronger than most others. We may go with dog. Boar or bear. I think we're going to go with dog. Well, bear gets the multiple attacks. Let's go ahead and do bear. We'll do bear. She has her little favorite bear, and we will put the extra one. Ooh, good question. We'll put it in charisma. Wisdom. Wisdom. That's the word. Wisdom. Put another in wisdom, and yeah, we'll go ahead and put it in perception. Next. Okay, and complete. So we now have another companion. I want to do that while it was cheapest. We may not be taking her out in the party with us. Then again, we might. But she can wear heavy armor. Of course, we're like out of money to really equip her well, but let's go ahead and do this. Where does she show up in here? There she is. So she can wear full armor. She has... I thought she could use a bow. So we could give her the magic composite longbow. Though she's not a big bow user. Okay. But the main reason I went here was to see what she could use. Okay, let's see armor. Let's see what we can afford for armor. What do we have left for money? 1312. So we can probably get her up to... Can't get full plate for her. We could get her half plate. Let's go ahead and get her half plate. And she already has a shield. And let's get her a masterwork. Do we want to have her stay with heavy mace? Doesn't really matter since she doesn't have weapon proficiency. As long as it's a one-handed weapon. Masterwork club. Masterwork dagger. Why does she get to use all... Oh, we don't have that. That's a two-handed weapon. Heavy flail, I think, is a two-handed weapon, isn't it? Yeah. Heavy mace. Okay, that should get the basic equipment for her. Boom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. And replace that. So that gets her up to armor class 19. Which is reasonable. Okay, let's go ahead and pick her spells, and then let's take her for a spin and go look at that one layer. You. So Magic Fang and Bless. So Bless is a good choice. Cause Fear and Shield of Faith. Let's take Divine. And let's take an extra Bless. Cause Fear only affects creatures with 6 or more hiss dice or immune. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And instead have her take go ahead and take a protection from alignment. I never use that spell. We'll take one. And let's see. Well, we might as well take that one because I don't really want to do hold animal. And let's take a bull strength. And a hold person and another hold person. Okay. We will go sleep. We'll go out and do one adventure, and then we'll kick over to the kingdom. Basically what I really wanted was an NPC so we can see about how they work for being additional leader types. Okay, out we go. And again, I forgot I could just hit R. I do that all the time, really. I believe respect works right on your main character, but I think there's a bug if you respect one of your NPCs. Instead it creates a... Well, let's go ahead and try it. I don't think it's a breaking bug. Actually, let's go ahead and save first, just in case. That's strange that it's free but costs you 123 gold. So we can select, wow, we can select people who aren't in our party. I guess he was sort of in our party. I don't know if that's a bug or not, being able to respect him. Okay, so who do we want to respect here as a test? Let's go and do... Yeah, see, it's giving us a create new. Well, since we have a create new, let's go ahead. That's a monk. I don't remember these pictures. These must be new. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, see, instead of respect, it gave me a new character, which is a cheap way, I guess, to get a new one. So let's, since we created this anyway, let's go ahead and create a Elf Slayer. Let's give her hair. Wow, the smiling ones are sort of disconcerting to me. Skin color's fine. I like the fact it's giving us a new character. It's using the stats low from Harmon. Oh no, that's the bonuses. Never mind. So let's go down and go to Slayer, which is the new one, so you guys can see it. So you can do Vanguard, Deliverer, or Spawn Slayer. We're just going to do a normal Slayer since it's a new class, and I don't really know that well. So they basically get the Slayer proficiencies, which are simple and martial weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields. And they get study target. They can see and move They can study an opponent they can see as a move action. The Slayer gains +1 weapon damage against it. DC's the Slayer abilities against the opponent increase by 1. If a Slayer deals sneak attack damage, which they get at 3rd level, they automatically get this. So let's go ahead and do next. Can we do an Archer Slayer? Let's go ahead and do an Archer Slayer. So we'll give her an 18. We'll give her a little strength. Get her minus off her con. So they say Dex Con. So let's take her to 14 strength. And give her a little extra intelligence, and we'll put the extra point in the charisma. After all, she's an elf. She gets 4 points. Put 1 in perception, 1 in mobility, 1 in stealth, and 1 in athletics. Next. Let's give her a point blank shot. I think we're going to make her primarily let's make her pragmatic, and we will call her Erlyn, and we will make her true neutral. Next. Yeah, see, they still haven't fixed this, which is why I don't really want to use it, is the fact that the figure's naked. They don't have clothes yet. So we'll go ahead and build it out, but we won't do much else with it. Slayer talents. They gain a number of talents, aid them, and confront their foes. So let's continue perception, stealth. Let's give them 1 here and 1 there. So they get a Slayer tactic. They can get trap finding, skill focus, iron guts, fast stealth, combat trick, combat style feat. Oh, this is like a ranger. So let's go ahead and give them the archery feat. And take precise shot as their extra ability. I like that. And then another level in Slayer. This will give them their sneak attack. Again, perception, mobility, and stealth. And we'll put 1 into... We don't really need persuasion. Let's put 1 into nature lore so they have a little bit. Not a great amount, but a little bit. And let's give them accomplished sneak attacker, so they do extra die as sneak attack. And 1 more level here. They get another one of their Slayer talents. Next. Give him an extra point in dexterity, perception, and what else do we want extra in? We could give him one in there. I don't really think it's necessary, but we'll go ahead just because it's a base skill. So we could do weapon focus. Let's do our weapon focus in composite longbow. Can we do composite longbow, or is it just longbow? Longbow. Okay, so we built a new archer. So, but if I go and try doing it for myself, let's go ahead and see what happens if I don't really want to have to respec my entire character. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see what happens when I select it to myself. Again, it's creating a new character, so. Okay, so no, it doesn't work. It basically creates new characters for you. Let's sleep. Why are we leaving footprints? Is the floor that dirty? Apparently it is. Ah, it looks like that broke the game. Yep, that broke the game. Let's try this. That's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, that's... So yeah, we need to reload. So no, do not respect your character. It still does not work right. The option's there, it just doesn't work right. But this is, I must remind people, this is beta. They're testing stuff out, so it doesn't mean that it won't work right when they release it here in a week. Okay, so let's go explore that one new area, and then we'll finally kick off and become a baron. Okay, let's go ahead and temporarily remove you and add her. Okay, so we found this Two Rivers field, so let's go down and see if we can figure out how to get there. And we should double check our time. We have 30 days. We should be fine. Oh, more bogards.
Time for fun.
Looks like it's not a very, it looks just slightly bigger than a normal wilderness area or encounter area. Okay, oh, over there.
To victory!
Okay, so she has 5 of her channel positives. But she also, the reason I took community was because of calming touch. As a standard action, she can heal 1 to 6 points of damage plus 1 per level in the class that gave her that domain. Which basically means she gets an extra 7 healing spells, which will make less of a difference at higher levels, but would make a real difference at the lower levels. But once respect works, you can always, when she gets higher, respect her out her domain and switch out to something besides that one. Huh, we did much better in skinning that time. Did we already find something? Oh, more Bogarts.
Strike as one.
And a treasure.
I see something. I did as you asked.
What did she see? Ah, under there. So 25 gold coins, inflict moderate wounds, and some money. Not horrible. And more Bogarts. So this must be one of the other new encounters.
Do not hold back.
And wolves. Wolves and Bogarts.
We shall overcome.
What's that?
Done and done. Oh, look! I did as you asked. I see something! I did as you asked.
You see that?
Yep. So this has a magic short spear in it, hurricane bow, and an ancient coin. And this little bag over here has potato, eggs, flour, and rice. And I think that is the entire map. So that's a nice little additional zone. Appropriate for the first beginning level, so. And I think at this point we will go and kick off the final stuff. Because I don't want to mess with the waterlogged lowlands. Boom. Let's make sure we don't have any pending quests out there. That's her quest. Oh, yes, we do have a pending quest out there. That's why you check. I forgot about our spear friend. Need to leave that and that behind. I completely forgot about our spear friend. The Mr. Undead. So we need to run down here. That's why you check your journal before you leave.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh, we need to manage this since we switched people out. Okay, let's continue. Now we can enter. So let us see if we can find that treasure we didn't see last time over here.
I was successful in my search. Now I'm embarrassed.
Up, Slock. Staglord is dead. Plasma awaits. Farewell, Jessalyn. Corpse crumples to the ground. Boom. And we get a +1 short spear. I think it's +1. I'm pretty sure it's just a +1. It is just a +1. Okay, now we can go and trigger off the kingdom event. Or the barony event. And since we're down here, let's go ahead and go back by a slightly different route. Ooh, the Riverine Rise. Yeah, let's go ahead. I know, I said I was going back, but another area. Let's just do more exploring. We might as well use this time. Oh, I bet what we want's up there. Yeah. Unless it's that vicious rabbit. You see something.
Enemy near.
A large water elemental. Okay.
Suddenly provoked.
Let's see if we can kill it. Okay. Looks like that may have been all there was. And a dead body. 43 gold, a scroll of 3 scrolls of remove blindness, and 2 restorations. Now since the main people use blindness no longer have it, I think we're doing much better there. Okay. Now we'll go trigger the event. Okay, we enter. Never did go down to that end. Is there any conversations we need to have with... Let's talk to Jod.
How may I serve you?
Looks like he doesn't have any new conversations. Okay. So we can go trigger the new thing. So everyone get ready. Here it goes. Let's sell first. Okay, now we can trigger it. And good riddance. Maybe now we will actually be able to actually live in the Stolen Lands rather than just surviving. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It surely boosts trade, but all the noise they bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Restov awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meanwhile, I'll gather your supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it. Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baroness before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler. But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Do you already know about my encounter with Tartuccio?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Thank you. I'm going to speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
I don't think there are any changes, but we'll go ahead and talk to people just to make sure. So we'll start with Lander. So, you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang, soon to be a baroness. Pleased to meet you. Make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander? No last name? No title? Well, let's say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I want to speak with you about. You see, I'm heir to one of the Brewery's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baroness with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret without my servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know breviary if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Germandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary of breviary. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. I'll consider your proposal. I'm not going to go into all his background because I've chose him before and I don't like him because he betrays me. So we'll go to someone else. Let's go ahead and check with our various friends here, see if they say anything. The wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizers, barely a mouthful. That's a guest. Lindsay, Kestel, guest. They called this a feast. I'll show them some real festivities if they'd let me. Let me introduce myself. I'm Megan Varn, the new ruler of Dunsward, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could eliminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Germandi Adori needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team. If that wasn't clear, Von Link Holst. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Germandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleaned it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land owned. It was a dream job. How do you feel being a noble? Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. See that lad, Baron Drevley? He's not like us, who knows what generation of baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. You and me, we're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'll take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you. Farewell. Goodbye. Once you're settled in, come pay us a visit. Pour up to the brim so that oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Well, Tartuccio, well, scum, and now... How did we... maybe I had one too many. These people are not just celebrating. It seems that your feat has given them new hope. Oh, I don't remember. This must be new.
Will you drink with me?
Of course. To beauty.
To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
No need to apologize. I don't expect everyone I meet to immediately fall under my charms and entrust me with all their secrets.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you. As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
What could be better than a treasure hunt? I'm ready.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
I like her. Ah, yes, I see good old Restov hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell in the streets is the same. You were not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is that a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you in case you don't fully realize the fate awaits you and your barony. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Adori are dearest friends. Didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Breviary, and it will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands would be the first to endure a strike from Breviary's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on that, really. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Breviary, the noble houses. The Adori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You can help Breviary avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jumanji has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy. Cassil, it's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Sandra Murvey, an experienced diplomat who's familiar with Breviary's politics than any brawler could be. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relationships with Breviary. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. And that's a guard. We don't care about him. That's a guest. We don't care about him. Oh, this is the cleric. Congratulations on your victory. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Avake Ki, High Priest of Erstil in Rostov. I saw you fought beside Dramande that night. Your god granted you impressive power. Yes, I used to serve Erstil on the battlefield, but those days are long past. Now I call on this power to heal those who have fallen from a roof more often than anyone wounded by a sword. Of course, someone has to roam the forest and slay monsters, but I'm more useful to my congregation here, attending to more mundane affairs like hospitals, shelters, and charity fails. Bringing law into the stolen lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be thankful for any help you could spare. This is a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital, free of charge. It was an honor to meet you. Goodbye. Ever still keep you. Hey, I got a free shrine out of it. Okay, that's a guard. Ha, to victory, to freedom, bottoms up, yes. Try the eclairs, they're delicious. Guest, and the blowhard. Baron Hannes Drevry, and you must be the Stag Lord butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permissions to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we'll be neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new domain? I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger armor, Swordland Jamandi would have simply given all the stolen lands to me. At last, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Vaughn. So you have no army and no special merits. You were just given land for being pretty? Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Adori's celebration, If you want so badly to measure merits, we can do so at another time. You're not very polite for a nobleman. Ha! Politeness must be deserved. I really don't like that character, but I don't think you're supposed to. Guest, and Harmon. A feast at times of pestilence, a ludicrous attempt to sink into reverie, to digress from contemplating one's own insignificance. I guess I could just look down there to see it instead of re-clicking.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, so we have Casil and Joseph. Well now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the prodigy of our dear Jamande. You pulled this all off quite cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pataxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Doria always been adept at finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced? Oh, so it would seem. I am Joseph Salonimus, Lord Mayor Restov. I rule this town and adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So you rule Restov, and what about Theodori? Ah, Brevi's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Rosslyn, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It's especially important now after certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Adori Sword Lords used to rule Rosslyn. They're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region. But it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. What kind of events are you talking about? Why, an apprising politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling house Wargavia. Can you imagine it? Old Man Coral conquered our lands 2 centuries ago. It'd be a shameless lie to say that nobody wished his royal house would just disappear into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof! All over the country, every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It's a mystery, but a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. How are things going in Rostov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, and the citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogavi. More and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people talking about the most shocking things. But those sort of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Please wait a minute. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you're somewhat in the need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for the construction and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. I would immediately procure, say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would get you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services for Rostov's Building Guild. Do we have a deal? I would be happy to accept your offer. Then it's a deal. I'll get everything in order right away and schedule a delivery immediately. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. The feeling is mutual. I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling success soon. Today is an historic day for Restrov and maybe for all of Brewery. And let us kick it off.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'm taking with me.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Yes, that's my decision.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care.
I'm ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here.
Cutscene.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Rostov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Your Grace, let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jumanji transferred me here. I am at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you're visiting Rostov, much has been done. Your benefactors, the Adori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? They're all somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jod, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. I'm ready to look around the city. Lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. Greetings, Your Grace. We are, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our house. It's wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors' heads, though. Ouch. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. Oh, I'm afraid, yeah, well, I had to do it twice. The, Blackula, I really screwed up the first time and did it almost perfectly the second time, so. But you'll be able to watch it later after I'm done, so. Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of the town. The heart of every town is the main square. We plan to hold street festivals and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Greetings, Your Grace. If you turn to the right from the square, you end up straight in our tavern. The tavern's ale is blessed by Colleen herself. I swear, the lady who owns it is a gem. I've heard our Baroness is tall as a troll and has hair of pure gold and can breathe fire. Oh, that's nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons breathe fire. Trust me. I didn't know I got to breathe fire. Welcome, Your Grace. Glad to serve you. A little messy around here. Hopefully they'll clean it up as stuff gets going. Your Grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city or keep their mouths busy with rumors. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. The building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your Grace's attention. Greetings, Your Grace. It's a pleasure to meet you at the rest-off reception. On behalf of your allies and benefactors, the Adori Sword Lords, I'd like to offer you some advice. So my community's up 6, loyal 6, military 3, economy 3, divine 3, arcane 3, stability 3. So we have all these events, and we'll take care of those, and then I'll probably break for lunch. You can solve most of your barony's problems by granting appointments to the right people, responsible people, but certain state business will demand your personal attention, as will the visits of extremely important guests. Reports of such outstanding events will be marked on your map. You can always check it while considering your plans. According to the ancient tradition of breviary in most of the river kingdoms, rulers address affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice is to maintain this tradition. Regularly visit your capital when needed. The first thing you should do as a ruler is assign loyal people to all the important positions in your barony. Your clerics, Jod and Tristan, were first to seek an audience. I won't distract you further, and I'll leave you to consider. One thing, again, my congratulations. May your rule be long and prosperous. And it's telling us we can change the difficulty. They supposed to have improved auto quite a bit for auto running your kingdom, for those who don't care about it, but I prefer to actually run my kingdom, so why give up half the game? Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I'm confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Though to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of the sacred place, seeping it with pure essence. I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. And now there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same presence as the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There is a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe the rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there back in ancient days. There is no longer any trace of those rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Everstill. I will go there as soon as I'm able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to the hilltops. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. What do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the bald hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at the hand right now.
I feel tired.
Okay, and we will we need to name this land. Let's name it Kantar. Basically a name from my old D&D days. Boom. Okay. So we have lots of stuff to deal with. The first thing we need to deal with is our advisors. Boom. So we see here, this is the NPC I added, and you can see that she is one of our advisors. So when you add people, they actually are advisors now. So that's useful. I don't know what you can advise in, but we'll find out here. So first of all, this is our regent. So we have choices. So she can be a regent, though she's -2 at it. Valerie's +2 and Octavia's +2. Let's use Valerie. And let's go to the next one. Boom. Counselor. Counselor can be Claire or Tristan. Again, she doesn't have a plus, so we want Tristan. And next, General. So we can have Amiri, Rhaegar, or Castle. Rhaegar is actually the better general because he has a bigger plus, so we will go ahead and use him. Boom. Treasurer. She's -4 at it, but we could have her be the treasurer. But I think at this point we don't want a -4 there. It'd be better to not have one. High Priest. So, Jod, Haran, or Claire. Again, she's +0. So apparently they don't make good advisors, but they can be advisors. Jod or Haran? That is a good question. Haran's better, so let's go ahead and use him. He has the higher plus. And that takes care of everybody. So we have advisors. We have one slot open, but unless I want to put our minus person there, we don't want that. So let's go to projects and prioritize our projects. So we have economy and curses. So let's do economy first, which we can't do because all the economy ones require a treasurer. Well, that's not very useful, is it? Oh no, this just tells us there's no one assigned. So this one costs 50B and takes several days. So we will assign Heron to checking out the curse. Because we should have, yeah, 450. So apparently we can do some of these. So we could rebuild the temple. We could pillage the temple. So this gives us 7 days, and he's busy. So we can't do that one. We have no advisors for this one, but we wouldn't want to do it anyway. And this one would cost 1500 BP. So this one we could rebuild, but he's busy. And this one we could pillage, but that would be our general to do. We don't want that. Okay, so then we can go to our regions. This will take 14 days. And we will use Tristan. And start the claim. Your barony is expanded. It now includes the outskirts. One of your barony stats has reached 20 points. It's time for you to increase its rank. So we have 4 events to deal with. We have a counselor. So let's go to the throne room and take care of these events, and then we'll call it, I'll take a break and probably be back on later. So. Greetings, Baroness. I'm sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by their swift changes of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baroness, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only for those of wealth and status? Let us assure your people, show that when your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration that would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. We will hold a fair for the common people. I want to know that I hold them closest to my heart. We will hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and the downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to her people. I've heard, not that it's important, but well, I've heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the 5 King's Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still here, and possibly not only the road. Well, Jesselyn, I have a request. If you find the dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Of course, Heron. If I find any dwarven ruins, I'll take you to them. Thank you, Jesselyn. Thank you. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently. I noticed old Boken just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. Then it struck me, why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decantations and tinctures would simply prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. Okay, I think that gets us through all those. We have more stuff in here to take care of. So we completed that one. We completed that one. She's working on that one. Apparently there's something called crisis points. And the only two people who can deal with it are busy. One of them for an extended period of time. How long is she busy? I thought it told us how many days until she was done. And we still have an open advisor slot. Okay, let's go to regions. And let's build. We'll go to the map. Regional. Okay. So we get to build a shrine for free, if I remember right. Okay, so let's go to the build menu. Let's build piers here. We're supposed to get a shrine for free, I thought, but we may not have done that quest yet. So let's do wooden walls. You can do a watchtower here or a windmill. Let's go ahead and do a watchtower. Okay, then we want our big things. So the first thing we want is probably the tavern. Let's put a bulletin board up here, because that gives us a +2 bonus to resolving our various issues. If we put a shop and it's next to the tavern, that will give us a bonus. Windmill we don't have a place to put. Besides it's expensive. Monument we don't really want yet. Longhouse. Expensive. We have 109, so I think that will be the end of the building for the moment, because we want to keep some reserves. So we have this event she's working on. I thought it was supposed to tell us how long she had left. So how do you get crisis points? And what are they? They must be something new, and I'm not sure how you get them. But they should hopefully tell us soon. And we can't do the mysterious cult. We're short an advisor. It's still the first of Esteros. We need to find Casil. We have to show the Dwarven ruins. We need to found a village in the outskirts. 27 days we have our curse. We need to appoint an advisor. We need to talk to Boken. And we need to add 5 regions to our land. So let's go ahead at this point. Oh, we got enough to go up a level. Okay, let's quickly do our level ups. So this is the last level of fighter I need. Next level I'll be able to get Adori. Let's make sure what I need. So if we put ourselves over Adori Sword Lord, the only thing left that I need is Persuasion of 5. So we will definitely take our Persuasion up 1. And what else do we want here? That is a good question. Let's do mobility and world lore. And that leaves us one more. We could put it into perception. We could put it in nature. Actually, we could learn trickery. Let's go ahead and put one in the trickery. Even though it's not a state one, that gives us an extra chance of picking locks, and we have a high dex already. So next. So we could do Piranha Strike, which is basically the equivalent of Power Attack. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do Piranha. And then let's do Weapon Training. Is a Dueling Sword, yeah. Heavy Blades. So that will give us an extra +1 hit and damage with our sword. Yay. And then we are complete. Oh, sorry, there's all sorts of stuff there. I'm sorry, I've been missing all these conversations because I was distracted. So give me a second here, and I will see if there are questions and answer them. Sorry. Okay. Okay, Slug, the Enhanced Edition basically has a lot of quality of life, more bug fixes. They made the first chapter a little easier. They added some more, basically a lot of the issues the community made, the enhanced version is there to address. I hope that answered your question. Yep. They let one of the things created characters can fight is advisor roles, so they don't seem to be very good at it. I might have missed out on some story elements. I did some of the story elements on NPCs I skipped because I wanted to get to the kingdom stuff so you guys could see the changes. There did seem to be some new portraits at the end. Sorry, I'm taking a second here to read through all the stuff I missed while you guys were talking. Yeah, the last DLC comes out with the enhanced edition on June 6th. And this is the beta of the enhanced. They will be fixing the minor bugs that you're seeing, or major bugs. Everyone said that the major game was broken. I didn't have any issues with it, but I didn't get to the end game where it was really broken. I love Pathfinder system, and I love Baldur's Gate, and you sort of have both of them here. So yes, there's a reason that I have like over 300 hours playing this game. There's a rumor that there's a Baldur's Gate 3 coming out from the Divinity people, but so far it's just a rumor. Yep, I would say we are entering a renaissance of good RPG games. I like Pillars. I liked Divinity 2, though it wasn't quite my style. I did like it. And I played computer role-playing games since way back the MMO days of and that. I played like the Ultima series. I played the Wizardry series. I'm old, so I played lots of old games. So, anyway, I will go back to upgrading people's levels, and I will try to actually so let's go ahead. Oh, she doesn't have an arrow. She didn't go up a level. So another level. Let's make sure what he needs for a Dragon Disciple. Knowledge Arcana 5. So next level he'll be able to get Dragon. I love this new being able to put over it and see everything and what you have and don't have. Makes it much easier to not screw up, which I quite often do. So next. He has to have Arcana, we know that. And we want him to have Persuasion and Athletics. So next. Oh, what do we give him? What do we give him? I'm thinking Dodge. Let's give him Dodge. And then he gets his other feat here. Could give him Dazzling Display, though we already have someone that's going to be doing that. Let's give him Power Attack. Always a good one for melee type. And he gets a new second level spell. I want Blur. He needs a defensive spell. And complete. Okay, so next is Octavia. So, for Arcane Trickster, she now has what she needs. So we are going to make her an Arcane Trickster. So next. She's going to take Arcane Spellcasting and Wizard. It's our only choice. And let's see. Arcana, Stealth, Trickery, Mobility. She gets 1 more point. I'm going to put it into Perception. Next. We're going to give her Precise Shot. So she can now shoot into melee without the -4, because she does that affects her touched range spells too. So she gets 2 more spells. I don't like web because it's too hard to use. Let's get Cat's Grace and Molten Orb is a possibility. But I think instead we'll give her enough defensive spell of Mirror Image. Her spell choices are less important since she can learn from scrolls, so. Okay. Our Fearless Barbarian, who is going to continue in Barbarian. So next. Though I could give her 1 level in Fighter, which would give her heavy armor. And an extra feat. But we'll consider that for next time. So we could give her heavy armor. Dodge. Let's give her dodge. She needs help with her armor class. And our fearless fighter here. This is the important level. We need to switch her. We can switch her back to the tower shield now, and she won't have the minus. So that will be great. So we will switch her back to a tower shield. Assuming I remember. And world knowledge, athletics. I think she has enough religion. And feats. She already has heavy armor focus. She has dodge. She has toughness. Does she have power attack? It's not as important for her. She doesn't have that great a strength. Oh, shield focus. We'll take shield focus. That'll give her even more armor class. Okay. So our fearless cleric here. Oh, see, it did reset it. It created that new one, but it also did reset him for the respec. So when we tried to respec him, it did actually respec him. So apparently it worked. It just creates another person for you. So now I have to get him all the way up again. Fortunately, he's easy to take up. Let's see. So he has armor proficiency heavy. we can give him extra channel. But I think instead we will give him armor focus, heavy armor. I'm big on armor class. Okay, gets another level. And he gets an extra point of wisdom. So apparently the respec does work. It's just you have to wait till they go up. You have to go in and click on the plus to do it. So it seems weird, but that was the way it was set up. Okay, and last but not least, his 5th level. He could take weapon focus, spell focus, but I think we want to keep getting his armor class better, so we'll give him shield focus. Okay. So then we have Tristan here. And like I said, you can't take them back of what they had. I wasn't watching again, sorry. It's scrolling by so fast. Yeah, Slug, I am not a big fan of Harem. I'm not fond of his build. I'm not fond of his personality. I don't hate him, but I'm not fond of him. I very seldom have him in the party. I thought it wasn't out till the 6th for the enhanced edition. Actually, most of the characters don't bother me. I really like Octavia and that. And Tristan I like until that you reach that point when you discover he's been lying to you the entire time. He's not a very good... He's a great healer, and he does pretty much not worth much else unless you're really into spell casting, so... But I'm not fond of that class, so... Yeah, I told him to respect, and it created that new character. But when I went to level him up, he was back at 1st level, so I did get to respect him from 1st level up. So respect does sort of work. It just accidentally creates a new character. So you get to respect someone and create a new NPC. So I'm sure they'll have that fixed. And what do we want to have you do? Let's give you... Do we want combat casting? You should never be in combat. I'm tempted to just give you even more channels. Let's give you just even more channels. We'll make you into the heal bot 6000. Okay, our fearless undead. Yeah, it can be. But I'm weird that I tend to throw lots of channelings during combat sometimes. Sometimes that's how I get through combat. I'm trying to micromanage more and less let it auto because you do much better with it. So she gets Bane. And we will up her same skills just because. She actually could have power attack. I think she needs combat casting. And another 2nd level spell. Oh. I'm tempted to give her resist energy. There's nothing she really has unique. So I could give her an offensive spell. Let's give her delay poison. That's a spell I throw quite a bit. Okay, I think that just leaves us our little bard. True, a tanky cleric is not a squishy dead one. Okay, so you need trickery maxed out. We'll do Arcana and Perception. That gives us 2 extra. Let's go ahead and have her be the I can use anything type person. And give her more use magic device. So, and let's give her accomplished sneak attack. So her attacks, she gets an extra die of sneak attack. Because I'm not going to give her any more levels. And we want to give her cure moderate and heroism. Because she gets heroism at a much lower level, I think. Okay. Okay, everybody is upgraded to the level. Yeah, I assume it's a bug that it creates the new NPC. Probably that's the way it works. Instead of building a whole new interface, it just takes the person back to first level, and then you can respec. I know some people are going to be upset because all the people wanted to respec Valerie or Valeria, whatever her name is, because they don't like her being a shield fighter with a low strength. But no, you don't get to do that. You don't get to change her stats. You don't get to change how you first get her. So all you can do is change the level ups that you used after you get them, which I understand and I'm okay with. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. Boop. And I'm going to break for lunch. I will hopefully be back on later. Yeah, spam heal battles, they're stressful, but sometimes that's how I get through. You have to watch it at higher levels, though, because some of the creatures hit high enough that an unconscious character gets up and immediately gets hit and killed. So it's not always the best tactic, depending on what you're fighting. Works well in mass fighting. When fighting a boss, it's not quite as useful. And yes, you get to respect. You basically can reset the character back to, all the NPCs get reset to what they were when you first got them. And your main character can respect too. Except I think they can go all the way back to stats and stuff like that. But yeah, it was the most requested feature, I think, on all the lists of when they were doing their inventories or their what people wanted. One of the most requested features was respect. It'd be interesting if they gave you a turn, turn option for the combats. Though there is a mod I discovered that actually gives that to you if you wanted in that, which they're actively working on, but hasn't been done for the enhanced edition yet because they're waiting for the release version. They say they think it works, but until the release version's out, they're not going to bother updating it for that. So anyway, I am going to break for lunch, and I will be back on this afternoon. So hopefully people will come join it again, or they can watch it on the site later. So as always, if you enjoyed this stream, go ahead and leave me a like or a comment. And if you dislike the stream, leaving me a dislike's fine, but please leave me comments saying why. But yeah, heroism is an underrated spell that I always forget about. Believe me, I will try not to forget about it going forward. So, as always, have fun.